Okay, my fellow Peavey Ultra Plus users, jammers. A couple days ago I was jamming and my sound all of a sudden got very quiet and I believe I heard a pop and then the amp turned off by itself. I did slide out the whole chassis from the shell there, and it's much easier than I thought. I happen to, you see a bunch of screws and stuff in there and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I gotta take this whole thing apart. So all you have to do is unscrew, turn it on its face or on upside down and unscrew the feet off the bottom of it, and that's all that holds the chassis in there. And then before you rip it out of there, you want to disconnect this guy from the main board. And what I did was I grabbed it while it was on its face, I grabbed it by the transformers here, and this thing weighs a good amount by itself, so I did have to give it a little bit of a yank, but it slides out just like a drawer. And yeah, so it's much easier than I thought, which was relieving. And what I did was I just threw in a couple of new ceramic fuses. The glass ones look okay. By the way, I would refrain from touching anything inside there, especially I believe these are like capacitors that probably hold a charge. So you can get shocked, so be careful. I didn't replace any of the glass fuses that you see, but that white ceramic one, that's a 10 amp 250 volt fuse. I did replace that, and then I replaced the one that's connected to the power switch, which is a 5 amp 250 volt ceramic fuse. And I did actually pick up some new JJ6L6 GCs. I went ahead because I thought it was the power tubes at first, and when I put these in, the amp still wouldn't turn on. So we're going to see if it's a fuse issue. Okay, so I got the amp back on the cabinet. Everything seems to have powered on okay. My ohms were set at 8 with one 16 ohm cabinet, so just for the heck of it, I'm going to try, I switched it over to 16, and I did hook my cabinet back up before trying to turn the amp on, because from what I've read, your amp wants to push something out, even if you're on standby mode or whatever. I don't know, just to be safe, I just plugged it back in. So got the light back on, and I'm gonna do a sound test because I got new tubes. I'm gonna let those warm up for a little bit. So those two ceramic fuses I changed, I don't have whatever it is that you use to measure if a fuse is still good, a multimeter or whatever the heck it is. So I just went ahead and replaced both of those white ceramic fuses that I showed you earlier. So hopefully this will be the last of my problems for quite a while, and I have spare fuses now and I know how to quickly take the chassis out of there. So just got to put the feet back on. I didn't put those back on. I wanted to test the amp first. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and post them in the comments, but hopefully this clears things up for a lot of Peavey Ultra Plus users. I've been using this type of amp for over 20 years, and this is the first time I've ever had to do my own little work on it. So aside from tubes. So all right guys, thanks a lot. Rock on.